Welcome back to Don't Chuck It Up. I'm your host, Chuck, and if you are a high school junior or the parent of one right now, first of all, take a breath. Seriously, just pause whatever you're doing right now and just breathe. Because today's episode is for you. All of you who've been Googling acceptance rates at midnight, all of you who've cried in a parking lot after a college tour, all of you parents who are grieving just a little bit because your kid is almost gone and out the door, and also terrified that they're going to choose the wrong college or university. This past week, I have met with a few different juniors who were just completely stressed out. They were anxious, overwhelmed, and some were even crying. I also met with their parents who have been really going through some challenging times. Stress levels are high. Things are rough. And it's a lot to deal with, and everyone is very overwhelmed. And this all hit me really hard as well. So I wanted to take a moment and to talk about it. Today, I am talking about the summer before senioritis. And my goal today is simple. By the time this episode is over, I want you to feel calmer, clearer, and more ready than when you hit play. Let's start by tackling a myth. The myth that there is one perfect college or university for your student. There is no one perfect school, but there is one right fit, and it is broader than you think. You see, that myth starts early. Somewhere along the way, kids are handed an invisible list of acceptable colleges and universities, usually places they've heard of, schools with big football teams, colleges where their parents went to, and universities with name recognition at the Thanksgiving dinner table. That list is not a real list. It's anxiety dressed up as ambition. You see, the research backs this up. Studies on life outcomes show that students who are accepted to highly selective institutions, but then choose to attend less selective ones, do just as well financially and professionally over time. What matters far more? Whether a student engages with their college experience and the relationships they build, the curiosity they lean into, and the opportunities they actually take. So the question isn't, is this school good enough? The real question is, will I be able to become the person I want to be at this college or university? That's a completely different question, and I believe a much better one. So for parents, your instinct is to protect your kid from regret. The actual regret you're trying to prevent is often imaginary, rooted in prestige and perception, not real outcomes. The regret that actually happens when a kid is actually miserable at the college that looked great on paper. So for juniors and parents of juniors, this summer, your job isn't to find the quote-unquote best college or university. Instead, your job is to get curious about what fit actually means for your specific kid. Summer isn't a time that's lost. It's actually the secret weapon that most families waste. So what can you do this summer? Well, I have 3 priorities for you. Priority number 1, and I'm starting with one of the more challenging ones first, the essay. And it's not what you think. You see, the Common App essay is not a resume in paragraph form. It's not a brag sheet. It's a window. Admissions officers read through thousands of essays about winning the championship game or overcoming adversity in neat little story arcs and quote-unquote learning from leadership. All those types of essays blend together. The best essays are specific, honest, and a little unexpected. They make the reader feel that they know this particular person. So for this summer, your task is not to start writing your essay in August. Actually, start writing your essay in June. You can keep notes on your phone or on a sheet of paper or in a journal. When something makes you laugh, makes you think, makes you feel something, write it down. You see, your essay topic is already in your life. You just haven't spotted it yet. Priority number 2 is the college list. Now, I want it to be built with logic, not anxiety. So a healthy college list really has 3 tiers. I call them the reach schools, the match schools, and the likely schools. By the way, this list is not 18, 20, 25, 30 colleges, nor is it just 3. So let's talk about each of these. Your reach schools. The reach schools are where your academic statistics, your GPA, your average test scores, are below the middle 50% for that particular college or university. But you have something compelling to offer. Maybe you have been engaged highly in a specific club or activity. Maybe you are involved athletically or in the finer performing arts. Or maybe there's a particular major at that place that really is perfect for you. You want to apply to a reach school because you genuinely love them, not because of their ranking. The next is match. For colleges and universities that are a match, that means that your academic profile is solidly within their admissibility range. These should be places you'd actually be excited to attend, not consolation prizes. So make sure you are finding match schools that fit you academically, socially, location-wise, places that you truly would enjoy. Now, those pesky likely schools. These are colleges and universities where you are a strong candidate for admission. Notice I didn't call them safeties. That word does a disservice to a lot of different colleges and universities. These institutions should be places where you'd have a real, actual, wonderful experience, not just a place that you would get admitted and to check off a box. So what is your tasks this summer? You need to build this college list before the fall. And researching colleges doesn't mean just scrolling through the rankings. It really means watching student-made YouTube videos, reading student newspapers, looking up professors that are in your academic area of interest. You need to get curious about these colleges and universities, not just careful. And priority number 3 for this summer is taking care of yourself first. This is the one that most families skip, and it's arguably the most important. You see, junior year is brutal. AP tests, IB exams, SATs, ACTs, the mental load of quote-unquote figuring it all out at age 17 or even 16. Parents, your kids are tired. And tired people don't write great essays. They don't make clear decisions. And they definitely don't interview or visit colleges well. So what should you do this summer? Here is my advice. Build in real, actual rest. Not just scrolling mindlessly, not just going on college visits, but actual downtime, social time, time that has nothing to do with the college search or the application process. You see, a rested, grounded student starting senior year in September is 10 times more prepared than a burned out one who spent every moment of his summer or her summer buried in college stuff. And one biggest piece of advice, and this is truly for the parents. So parents, I need you to lock in and listen. I have something to say. Your anxiety is extremely contagious, but also your calm is as well. You see, this is the hardest piece of advice to hear in this episode, so I'm going to say it gently. Your kid can feel your stress about this process. They can feel your anxiety and your worry and your dread and your concern for the college search process and finding the quote-unquote right school. When you bring up college or university at the dinner table every night, when you ask, have you worked on your essay every weekend? And when you compare your child's stats to the neighborhood kid or to your nephew or to your niece, your kid feels it. And it doesn't motivate them. It paralyzes them. It truly makes them feel like they are not good enough. And if you've listened to any of my episodes, you know that I believe that every student is good enough to go to a college or university. We just have to find the places that fit them best. So here's what actually really helps. My advice: prioritize curiosity over pressure. Instead of, what is your plan? Try, is there anything that you'd look forward to about your senior year? What are you truly excited about? Ask about them and how they are doing, not about the actual process of finding a college itself. Also, parents, you need to remind your students what you actually want. Most parents, when they are honest, don't really care what college or university their kid goes to. They want their kid to be happy, to find their people, and to land somewhere where they will grow. So say that to your kid out loud often. I've met with thousands of parents over the past 25 years, and the two things that every parent has always said to me: I want my kid to be happy, and I want my kid to be on a path where they can enjoy their life. Another piece of this is you really do need to trust the timeline. November and December feel impossibly far away right now, but they're not. Most students who have a good summer will finish applications without a meltdown. The ones who struggle are the ones who actually wait until October to start everything, and then they really get panicked. I really do encourage my students and my parents to work on this process a little bit every week over the summer, even as a bit as half hour to an hour every week over the summer will set you up for success. So parents, your job this summer is to be the stable one. Be the person that your student can vent to without any judgment. Be excited about their excitement, even if the college that they're excited about isn't on your original list. Here's the thing that nobody says out loud enough. College applications are actually a rite of passage. And it's not because where you end up, but because of who you are and who you become to get there. To write a good essay, you have to know yourself. You truly do. To build a thoughtful college application list, you have to understand what you value as a student, what is important to you as a human being. To navigate this whole process, the waiting, the uncertainty, the comparison, you develop a kind of resilience that will carry you well past your college years. The families who come out of this season well aren't the ones who got into the quote-unquote best colleges or universities. They are the ones who stayed connected to each other, who kept laughing, who let your kid lead, and the parent followed with love. And here's one more thing. For every junior who is currently listening right now, who's scared that you're already behind, that you're not enough, that you're already messing this whole process up somehow, remember this. You are not a GPA. You are not a test score. You are not just an acceptance or a rejection. You are a person with specific, irreplaceable point of view in the world, and the right college or university will want exactly that. Your job isn't to be impressive. It's to be honest. All right, that's all I've got for you today, but a few things I want you to walk away with from this episode. Number one, there is no single right college or university. There's really a right fit, and it's closer than you think. Number 2, use this summer intentionally. Start brainstorming and working on your essay. Don't put it off until the fall. Build that college list with your reach, your matches, and your likelies, and they all should be places you would be excited about. And don't forget to rest. And third, parents, your calm is the greatest gift that you can give your child right now. And fourth, this whole process is one big chapter. It's not the entire book. So if this episode has helped you, please share it with another junior family who needs to hear this message. That's how we build a community that doesn't chuck it up. That's all for today. Thanks for listening to Don't Chuck It Up. We'll be back next week with more practical guidance to help families navigate the college search and the application process with confidence and clarity. Until then, remember, don't chuck it up.
Don't chuck